Welcome everyone to the first episode of Send Us Flowers presented by Smoking Rabbit. I have a really fun first episode planned for you all today. I have some incredible products to show you for the In My Bag segment, and then we're also going to discuss censorship. Boo to that. There's been so many page takedowns. We're going to have to delve really deep into what's going on and also how to avoid that. And then I'm also going to be previewing a little bit of what's going to come up on the next few episodes and what you can expect from this new podcast. But you all might be wondering, why is she making a new podcast? And if you have all stuck with me through this insane journey of mine this far, thank you for being here. To anyone who is new, my name is Liz. Other people call me Busy. And I had this project before. It was called Busy at Work. And it was a podcast where I talked about marketing, more specifically in the cannabis industry. But I really wanted to create something that was just more fun. Like, I don't want to talk about marketing all the time. I live it, breathe it 24/7. So sometimes I just want a little reprieve from that. But don't worry, I'll still be touching on this topic because I know a lot of people love hearing about it, especially in this industry, given it's pretty difficult. I really wanted to create a really fun experience and something that would also engage and celebrate the community. I have been feeling really disconnected. The pandemic was really hard. A lot of what I did was in-person events, and a lot of that really slowed down. And now that things are kind of gearing back up again, I have really, I've really found so much of myself again within this community, and I've seen people over my 6 years in this industry really putting in the work, And I want to send them flowers. I want to send all of you flowers because you all deserve it. We all should be celebrated for the things that we do here and like the progress that we push forward and the envelopes that we push. And so at the beginning of every Send Us Flowers episode, I really do want to send people flowers. And hey, maybe we'll physically start sending some people flowers. But, just giving some digital kudos to people in the industry, big and small, that are really doing cool things and great work and really just, creating a space for this plant to be accessible to more people. And so today I would like to send flowers to Vanessa Banks. First off, she has been an incredible supporter. She's, great with what she does and has really stuck with me through so much. And so you inspire me all the time to keep going and keep pushing. And I want to send you those flowers. And another person I really want to send flowers to is Burner. You all know who Burner is. I mean, do I have to give an introduction? He recently was in surgery and had a really hard announcement that he publicized to the community. But it was incredible to see people rallying around him and giving him that support. And so I do want to send him flowers. He is one of the godfathers of cannabis. He has set the standard for so many brands and products in this industry. And so we really want to see him have a safe recovery, and we need him. We need him back in the industry doing his thing. So I'm sending flowers to also so many of you who are doing incredible work. And so something I'm going to do every single episode is send someone flowers. And I want you all to tell me who you want to send flowers to. And so every week I'll do a post either on Instagram or, if they take me down, maybe it'll be on Twitter. We'll get to that though later. But I'll do a post, and I really want you to tag who you think I should send some flowers to, and we'll celebrate them, because this is going to be a place of community, a place of fun, a place to take a break, sit back and relax together. So let's dive in. Let's get going. Thanks for joining me here. I'm so excited to do this. I'm sure if you follow me, you've seen a ton of different products that I've showcased over the years. I love exploring all the new things that this industry has to offer, whether it's nationally for ancillary products or, locally on the LA and California market. I wanted to create this segment in my bag because I've got a lot of product in my bag. So you could say my purse is pretty loud. Today, I may have to change the segment already to in my suitcase because I have a ton of goodies to show you all and some really, really cool new products. We're gonna dive in deep. It's sick. These are just like some of the coolest things. I'm really excited to show you. So first, I want to kick it off with my friends from Get Hybrid. This is from Nadir and a bunch of other partners that have been working on this incredible box. It is essentially a drop box that has different products from the California cannabis market, and it's all their new releases. And so this is their first edition. I'm so excited I was able to be one of the first people to test it out. And it features connected flower. We've got biscotti and gelinade. That's awesome. And it is good. I've tried both and I approve. Connected is a huge brand. They create really quality products, really, really quality concentrates, so definitely check them out if you haven't already. We've also got, this brand is very new to me, but I know that they've been around for a little bit. It's Pure Beauty, and I saw their booth at Hall of Flowers, and I was so impressed. Like, that is the aesthetic in cannabis that I love to see. Like, just really, it was beautiful. So I really, really dig this. This is a cannabis-infused beverage. I am a big fan of beverages. I think that they feel great. They really just give you a different, like, full body feel because of how it metabolizes. And so I'm a big fan. I can't wait to try this with, like, some sparkling water or something. We'll see how that tastes. And then we've also got a Lobo in here. So many epic different little things to try. We've got some papers. And so they do different drops of this. And then also what's really cool is they have a calendar. So you can see all the different upcoming events, new products from different brands, when they're going to release new strains. And I personally don't know of anything else like that in the industry or that's been, like, consistently done. I'm sorry if it has and I'm wrong. You feel free to correct me. I know so many of you hold back. But, correct me if I'm wrong. All right, speaking of cannabis beverages, I really do love cannabis beverages because I haven't had alcohol in almost 2 years now. I didn't want to drink anymore. I have endometriosis. It's something I'm very public about. And it just got to a point where the cons outweighed the pros when it came to drinking. I would just be super hungover. I'd be in a ton of pain. It just really was not fun. It would really, really trigger my flare-ups. And so I just stopped. And then the pandemic happened and I was really only, drinking in a social manner. So now it's been almost 2 years. and so I have indulged though in cannabis beverages. And I think that the way this, side of the market is going is so cool. There are different, like, canna cocktails, different blends of cannabinoids. It's so cool to see that side of the market progress. So this is Moon. I went to one of their parties recently and I got to try all of their beverages. Trust me. Oh my God. I was so smacked. And my boyfriend was also so hungry. We literally went to like the kitchenette area at the end, and we're just like, can we just get more food? Because we were basically stalking the wait staff when they would come out with food. I was like, I think they're coming out from that side of the building. Anyway, they had really good pork belly sliders. So we have literally a cocktail kit here. There's margarita mix, ginger moon. We have things like Kentucky oak. There's also here, this fell into the box. Let me try and get it out. We've got a London Dry. There's all these different cocktail blends in here, and I think that that's just a really fun way to consume. It's also so much more fun with friends. You know, I still like to go out and be out with people. I just don't consume alcohol, but I do want to indulge in, like, you know, a fun beverage. And so things like this are really awesome and such a good alternative for people looking to maybe make that transition or just, you know, consume more canned beverages when they're out. Very cool stuff. So some other things that I think are really fun is a lot of brands are jumping on this solventless bandwagon, which, like, I am all for. I don't really do a lot of solvents, and I've just noticed that the effect and the taste, everything is very different when you move toward solventless. And so I have here from Jetty their new solventless vape. I haven't actually even tried this yet. This is a strawberry banana indica dominant cart, and I know that there was, like, you know, a ton happening a little bit back with carts. Like, I definitely took a little bit of a break from it. I know a lot of people did, but especially with just this new way that brands are approaching cartridges and what they're putting in it, because, like, we all have to remember this is something that's going into our lungs. Like, as much as we, you know, want to try new products and stuff and whatever, like, we do have to be careful of what we're consuming. And so I'm really happy that brands are being more mindful of what's in their products and what they're giving their consumers. So Jetty has this solventless cart. Let's open it up. Let's try this. This is about to be embarrassing though, because I can never get packaging open. I usually open packaging off camera. Ooh, okay, that wasn't that difficult. For anyone watching, I had no issues. I mean, for anyone who's an audio only listener, I had no issues. It's fine. This is pretty. I love the wood. This is nice. Okay, let's try it out. Maybe this battery is charged too. Let's see how it tastes. Put it truly to the test. I haven't tried this yet. So you're gonna, and I'm a bad actor. So if I like it, you will know. Let's open it up. Let's test it out. Get some blinkers going. Okay, here we go. All right, for all my audio only listeners, this is a graham cart from Jetty. It's solventless. It's a heavy indica, strawberry banana, and it's made with ice and water. We love that. So you're gonna, with solventless, the way they extract, why it's awesome is because you're getting more of the plant. And so you're getting more of the full effect, whereas before you're getting, you know, distillate and it's just straight up THC. And for me, like, I don't know about you guys, everyone's very, very different in their own cannabis journey. So, like, this is not just, you know, a blanket statement, but for me, when I only have THC, it doesn't affect me the way that I want. I really do like something that's a more full body effect that makes me feel relaxed and not anxious, and is more of like an easy approach into the experience. But let's try it out. Let's see how this goes. Ooh. That is super smooth. There's no burn. Cause like sometimes with carts you get that little burns the back of your throat. Didn't happen. I also do really love these wood tips. And that tastes nice too. That was smooth. Jetty makes great products. I'm a big fan. They had this Dablicator a while back. That was like one of my favorite products for a minute. So I'm really liking this. This is definitely gonna be a go-to for me, and it tastes really nice, but it's not like that straw that, I don't know if you guys have it, but it's not that like straw nana taste that like is kind of like candy. I know it tastes good, but like I don't think that shit's good for you. But this is like it's very natural tasting, and I really liked that. That's a smooth experience. All right. Now I've also got some really cool goodies. Okay. I'm so excited to show you this, actually. Not even for the reason that they probably want me to be, which I'm excited about that too. But look at this rolling tray. Is this not one of the coolest rolling trays you've ever seen? So High Times hit me up to check out their new, they have live resin carts now. Another huge trend that I am a big fan of. It is like quality product. You're not getting, a bunch of random stuff in there. Like, you know exactly what you're smoking. I'm a big fan of the direction High Times has been taking lately. They have some epic people on their team that are, really like bringing that back to the community, and the way that they are doing that is so cool. And so part of it is a lot of, their image and stuff. And this is just one of the sickest rolling trays I've ever seen. It's a cover from their July 77 edition. There's like a bunch of different headlines on here. You've got like a woman blowing out smoke. Like, I just think this is like so aesthetic. It's very much like my vibe and style. So really good work on this design. But so here's the whole reason why they, sent me these things to check out. So this is a live resin cart. I am a big fan. They taste really, really good. Super quality product, and High Times has delivery now, so very convenient. And I really liked their delivery experience. It's all like text automated, and there was a map of where the delivery driver was, so I could know. Super smooth, absolutely no bumps. They had a really good selection, so I got to try some other little products from their store. Like, they sent me a Drew Martin pre-roll. I love Drew Martin, so thoughtful. I got some Canna belts. I love Canna, and I already actually dove into the belts. I also got some sauce from them. I've never tried this brand, but it's Almora, and it looks really good. So I definitely appreciate that. But they have these new live resin carts. They have indica, sativa, hybrids, and they have them in a gram and I believe a half gram, but don't quote me on that. But these are also, they smoke really nice. This one's a gram here. My boyfriend's trying to get his keys. If anyone was wondering what all the jingling was, Christmas does not come early.
Cut it out.
Have fun. We love a studio at home. For all my audio listeners, nothing happened, but I love all these products. They're really, really cool. I love seeing where the industry is going. I'm loving that there's more quality products coming to the market that are really, really thoughtful, and also just are a much better experience, because that's what it's about. Like, no one wants to feel anxious when they consume cannabis. No one wants to feel out of control. Like, it's something that, for me, it's not about escape. It's about reaching a higher self and to be tapped into something that maybe I'm not yet. And so when I smoke or consume cannabis or take an edible, I want to be able to have a good experience. And I think that quality products lead to a good experience. Obviously. Maybe not obvious for some, but this is what's in my bag right now. I highly recommend checking out all of these products, especially if you're just looking for, those beverage alternatives. Seriously, like, I'm super stoked to try the Pure Beauty one, but the Moon one especially, I've tried. It's awesome. If you want the feel of a cocktail, but not actually, the alcohol in it, this is a great alternative for you. Now, moving on to censorship, because with a lot of these brands, I've had so many people tell me, oh, I've never heard of that, etc. And a huge reason for that is because advertising in the cannabis industry is a lot more difficult than other traditional markets. There's so many different reasons why that is, some more obvious than others, but brands have to work really hard to get reach, and they have to work really hard to keep their pages up on social media. And there has been so much drama recently in the Instagram community specifically, but this also happens a lot on YouTube and other platforms. TikTok is crazy. I mean, I barely can post content there. Basically, everything I post comes down. I know a ton of other creators who have been deleted off that app. It's so insane how quick they are. Like, they're fucking fast. Like, I don't even have content go live. It's just like, they're like, no. I'm like, but, and they're like, no. I'm like, okay, I'll try again. I'll have like a video that pops off and I'm like, yes. And then they're like, we don't think so. So it's always such a game. But that's the thing. It's a game. It's not something that you own. You're building on rented ground. It's not yours. And so when it comes to social media, there has to be a level of being okay that you might not have your account tomorrow. But if you're okay with that, that means how do you be okay with that? You have a plan. You have to have a backup, and not a backup account. You have to have a different place where you're able to communicate with your audience, because censorship is not going away. If anything, we've recently seen that it's getting worse. I haven't seen the Instagram purge that just occurred ever. I mean, maybe like when YouTube purged a bunch of different accounts, like that was really awful. They just deleted dozens of creators' accounts overnight, like no strikes. Like, it took some people forever to get them back. I think there's some people that still don't even have their pages back. But so Instagram took down verified accounts. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen them take down a verified account before, but they took down verified accounts. They took down tons of creators' accounts. There's some accounts that are still down. They took down brand accounts. They took down publications, educational, advocacy groups. It's insane. My own account actually came down twice now, and I keep getting these security alerts. And so it's just like, what is the solution? There's clearly not one with social media yet, until there's the ability to have, an open dialogue with a representative from any which platform to say, hey, here is how you can talk about cannabis on our platform. It's so vague. Like, there's guidelines, but people will follow them and they still get taken down. Instagram particularly looks for people doing anything around sales. And like, let's be real, what is Instagram? It's a giant sales social media platform. You're selling something, you're selling yourself, or you're selling a product. Like, let's be fucking real. And so when it comes to saying, oh, well, I don't do sales on Instagram. Okay. So you have to find your alternative plan. There are platforms that are more friendly and they're more 420 friendly, like Twitch. That's great for streaming, especially. They seem to be pretty lenient. Twitter is fairly lenient. I've seen some pages come down, so I would be careful, but for the most part, people are pretty safe there to say most things, even beyond cannabis. Sometimes I'm worried about people on there. Sometimes I'm worried about me on there. But they've been pretty lenient. And then, of course, Clubhouse was a really good one. And then also having your own podcast, your own newsletter. There's also 420 friendly texting services, but be really careful which platforms you use, because I've been kicked off of texting platforms in the past, and they are definitely cracking down in those areas, and you have to be, just more mindful of what you're saying and how you say it. There's also super community-driven platforms like Discord and Telegram, where you can have groups and you can talk with like-minded individuals. But be careful, because I do also know people on Discord who have been affected that speak about cannabis. So just know that whenever you're using these third-party platforms and social media, it's just not your space. Like, the best thing you can do at the end of the day, if you really want to be safe, is have your own website. I know that sounds so archaic, but really have your own website and at least one really strong channel of direct communication. A newsletter is awesome, and give it value. A ton of people say, oh, like, no one watches, I told you those vapes are really good. But people do read newsletters if you give it value. That's what people want. They want the community, and they want some level of a reason to be there. And it doesn't have to always be, a direct incentive, but like, do you give out good information? Is your content really entertaining? Are you an organization, or do you educate? Like, what are you doing with this audience, and why are they coming back to you? Put that value in a newsletter, and then whenever you go down, email those people and say, hey, my page is down. Here's where to find me next. It's taking those steps in this industry that is going to set you apart. And also, oh my gosh, make sure on your Instagram that you know the exact email, the exact phone number, and any other like birth date info that's back there if your store is connected, because when you go to try to get your account back, they can ask you any of this information, and if you don't have it exactly right, it is going to be very, very difficult to get your account back. So make sure you have all of that information written down somewhere safe, so that, if that becomes an unfortunate reality for you, you can do something to at least try to submit an appeal to get it back. Because a lot of people, at least this past time around, who submitted appeals, some of them had luck, but some didn't. And are, like I said, they're still waiting for their accounts to be back. And if that's your only way to communicate people, and that's like your livelihood, you just don't want to jeopardize that. You need at least a secondary way to get in contact with your community. And it's just fun to talk with, mutual friends, other, businesses, etc. That all happens there. And so it's nice to have another place to be able to do that. Okay, now that you're all ready to go become cannabis content and social media experts, I think it's time to wrap this up. I am really, really glad again that you all joined me today. Please let me know who you would like me to send some flowers to next week. And thanks for joining. And then the next episode, I'm going to be talking a little bit about what's going on in DC with I-71. It's so crazy what they're trying to do there, and like the sneaky policy that they tried to pass over Halloween weekend. So I'm, from that area originally. I'm from Maryland. I lived in DC, and so I'm really, really pressed to, make sure, or at least have some hand in making sure that the right steps forward happen, and I don't think that that is what was going to happen if they were able to have the vote yesterday or Tuesday. And it's just really important that we all stay on top of these things, because it takes grassroots efforts to make anything happen. And so I'll be back actually in DC for the rally on the 19th. Please join me. Again, I'll talk more about this on the next episode. And also, I'll be doing a Hall of Flowers best episode. Unfortunately, I did get COVID and I had to take a little bit of a break. But I really want to, I found some fire fucking product, like insane. Both, I mean, concentrates, flour, just new gadgets, edibles, so many other different things. It was nuts. So I want to give you, you know, a little best of list. Oh, I found some of the best can of beverages there. Oh my God. Well, I'll give you all the down low. We're gonna have a whole episode dedicated to it, but thank you again for joining me. I'm so excited that you're here, that I'm here, that we got to explore some new things together, and this is gonna be an awesome journey. And I'll also start talking more about what is Smoking Rabbit, but stay tuned and watch for some hints and clues on my feed. Thanks, guys.